Hello guys, it's been Emmanuel once again. In the previous lesson, we learned how to create a drop-down navigation menu. In this lesson, we're going to be learning how to create a mobile responsive menu. So you can see that what we have here is a menu that's cut out on the screen here. So we might want to create something else, and that should look good on a mobile device, on a tablet, and that's all. So we're going to start off with including a couple of slides, because we will need an icon. We'll need an icon on the screen. So if let's minimize this. So you can see here I have a folder here called fonts here. This contains font awesome here. So I'm just gonna open the working directory. So you can see the working directory I created an asset folder here. So if you go into the asset folder, you can see we have font awesome, CSS, font awesome, and so on. So I put this folder in here. So what I'm going to do here next is drag this into the fonts into the folders too, so we can use font awesome here also in our application. So the next thing I'm going to do here is let's go back to our text editor here, and then at the top of the header here, I'm going to create a div. Now I'm going to give this a class called a mobile menu. So hit enter, and that should create a div for us now. And then an I tag, and I'm going to give this I tag a class called far dash bars. So this should help us create a bar on the screen. Right, so this line of code should include the bar on the screen for us. So I'm going to divide my screen into two now, so we can see what we have here on the screen. Alright, so you can see my screen clearly now. So what I want is to have the bars display at the top of the screen here. So I'm sure I already have the bars displaying on the screen, but there is something preventing me from showing up. So maybe the color is black and the background of the navigation bar here is black, so there's no way it's going to display properly on the screen. Alright, so I'm going to fix that. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to move the font into the font awesome folder. So our font should display properly. So that's where we need to have our font. So our font should be here because CSS is fine. So I'm going to close this, and so let's refresh the page. I'm going to refresh the page. Alright, so right click on the screen, inspect on these, and then let's try to make the background transparent to see if that should solve the problem. So I'm going to open this full, and then let's try to make the background of our navbar transparent. So, I see. Alright, so I think I found the problem. So the problem was this: I don't have font awesome included on this file at all. So there's no way it's gonna work. So you can just click on the Explorer here, click on Assets, click on CSS, and then right click on font awesome menus on CSS, then copy related tags, and close this back again, then create another link tag here. So just give a link, and then Ctrl V to paste the related tags you just copied, and they should solve the problem we had. So I think you can see the space here at the top of this page, which means we probably already have the bars displaying on the screen. So the next thing I'm going to do here is go back to my style, and then buy a couple of styles that should make the menu bars, the nav bar, and show up. So the bars display on the screen. So here I'm going to do this. So you can see that we have the where do we have it? Let's open this full so we can see the screen properly. So you can see that we have the bars inside the mobile menu. So I'm just going to select the mobile menu and write my style to it. So dot mobile dash menu. Yeah, menu. Dash mobile menu. and then a curly brace, and then I'm going to change the color to white. So if we have the color white, then that should solve the problem we are having. So that should display the bar. So you can see we have the bars displayed on the screen here properly. Now the next thing I'm going to do here is increase the font size of the bars. So let's divide the screen properly. So I'm going to do font dash size, and then maybe let's give it something like 35 pixel. Let's see how big it is. Or if you think you're comfortable with 35 pixel, then you can leave it there. But at that, but I'm going to increase this 40 pixel. So I think I'm okay with 40 pixel. So now the next thing we do here is this. Now I think we need to change the width of these elements here. So I'm going to increase the width of the elements. Do I need to increase the width of the elements? Yeah, let's leave that problem for now. So what I'm going to do here is I don't want these to display at all on the screen. Right now you can see it displays on the screen. So when we're in a big screen size, we don't want to display the nav bars at all, the menu bars at all. So what I'm going to do here now is we don't want to display the mobile menu, so I'm going to change this to set the display to none. So that should make it vanish. So we don't have it displaying on this screen size at all. Now the next thing I'm going to do here is write a media query to help us display the menu when the user hovers on it. When the user is on a small screen size, maybe on a big screen size, maybe something. We're going to be looking at a screen size that we're going to be looking at a screen size that is maybe from a tablet, a smaller tablet device to a mobile device. So what I'm going to do here is open this full and then press F12 to open this up. So we have this displaying. So what I'm going to do here is put our toggle device to that, and that should help us open this up. So I'm just going to use this, and then let's try to reduce the screen size also. So you can see that these are different screen sizes here. You can see this is a small screen size here. This is a medium mobile device screen size. This is a large mobile device screen size, and this is a tablet device screen size. So I'm just going to, you can go ahead and look at that particular point where the menu looks bad, and then write a query to select that particular range, that particular device size, screen size. So I'm gonna just leave my screen this way, and then I think I'm gonna leave it here. I'm okay with this screen size. So a large device screen size, or let's increase this in case we have a menu more than what we have now. So that's going to solve that problem. So here, what we have here is 846, which is this current width you can see here on the screen here. So I'm going to write the media query now to select that particular range, and then we are going to write media query. So and then we will change add media screen on in parentheses, and then color brace. So in parentheses here, I'm going to write max dash width, which is going to select that particular, using it to select that particular width. So this is I'm just going to copy the value we have here. So if you click on it and then press Ctrl C on your keyboard, it should copy. Then Ctrl V to paste it here, and then pixel. So here, what we have here is media screen and maximum width 845 pixels. So if you don't know anything about media query, we're going to be talking about media query in a different lesson. So for now, you should know that media query, what we're writing here is we are querying for a device that is smaller or equal to that particular size. You can see here we have on the screen. So we are selecting any device that is equal or smaller than this particular device screen. So if we are going to do that, we want to display, or first of all, I'm going to start with removing the menu we have here on the screen now. So we're going to remove the main menu. So I'm going to do the .main menu. I don't want you to display at all for that particular screen size. So I'm going to change the display to none. So that should remove our main menu here. So you can see we have no main menu on the screen at all. So the next thing I'm going to do is go out and then select the mobile menu. So mobile menu, I want you to display instead. So display block, and that should display our mobile menu on screen. So you can see we have our mobile menu here on screen. So you might want to increase the padding, so we can have maybe similar space to the one we had initially. So you can see, so we can have similar space to the one we had initially. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to write my stuff here. So I'm going to do the margin. So it's margin. So I'm going to do maybe margin. I just want a space top and bottom. So let's try 50 pixel top and bottom, and then left and right. I don't want spaces at all. So you can see that we have more space. So it's too much. So I'm just going to reduce the value, maybe 8 pixel. Yeah, 8 pixel. Yeah. So 8 pixel fits exactly what we want. And if you want to leave the menu bars here at this particular the mobile menu bars here at the left hand side of the screen, you can leave it here. But I want it at the right hand side of the screen. So what I'm going to do here is make the width I'll make the width 100%. So let's make the width 100%. So making the width 100% means this element will just fill up that space. So let's try something else to see if it fills up that space. So you can see if we hover on let's click this. If we hover on this, you can see the width is 100% here. So if it's not 100% and we hover on it, I think the width is always 100%. So let's now move it to the right. So it should be text align right. That should move it to the right hand side of the screen. So you can now see that we have it at the right hand side of the screen. So when we open this field, we have a big menu. If we open the inspector, right click, open the inspector, we should have something like this. So if we increase this, we should have these are the main menu display on the screen, and then if we reduce these, we should have the mobile menu display on the screen. But for now, you can see that the mobile menu doesn't do anything. Nothing works at all. So the next thing I'm going to do is write a couple of codes that should make this menu work. And to do that, we need JavaScript. So I'm going to create a JavaScript file, and then we're going to be using the JavaScript file here to solve the problem. So you can just I'm just gonna leave it this way, and then let's create a new file. So I'm going to press Ctrl N on my keyboard to create a new file, and then Ctrl S to save the file. And I'm going to call the file mobile-menu.js. The mobile menu.javascript. And then the next thing I'm going to do here is select a couple of elements. I'm going to start off with selecting this element we have here. I'm going to be selecting this element we have here. So whenever the user clicks on the mobile menu, we want to display our menu. We want to display the nav menu. Whenever the user clicks on this, we would like to display the main menu. And this time around, we're not going to be displaying the main menu the same way. Instead, we're going to be displaying the main menu a different way entirely. So I'm going to go back to my mobile menu.javascript file, and then I'm going to start off with selecting a couple of elements here. So here I'm going to create a variable here. This should be a constant. Should it be a constant? So const. No, I'm just going to use the let keyword. So let our mobile. Let's mobile underscore menu be equal to documents. So you need to know JavaScript to take this video. I'm going to be teaching you JavaScript in a different video. So let's a mobile menu equals documents dot. You can use query selector here. So I'm going to say query selector. I want JavaScript to help me get an element. So help me get dot mobile menu space I. So I wanted to get that element. So let's go back to the HTML code. I wanted to get this element first. So this is what I want JavaScript to get. So let's write to console. So we're gonna log mobile underscore menu to console. So if we log mobile menu to console and it gives us what we want, then we are good. So let's come back to our browser, click on console to see what we have in console here. So I'm going to refresh this page. Or if it doesn't work, then it means there's a problem somewhere. Alright, so we just created this file and we haven't linked it at all to our index.html. So let's go to the bottom of this file here. So down in the footer here, we're going to use the script tag to link to the script with the source. So the source attribute. So we're going to be using the script tag to link the mobile menu. So mobile dash menu.js. So this should help us do the linking. So you can see now, if we go back to the browser, you can see that we have our bars displayed properly. So we have the bars displaying properly, which means JavaScript is getting the elements. So we're going to proceed. I'll remove this line of code because we don't need it at all. So we're going to get other elements too. We want to get the different elements. We want to get we want JavaScript to get these elements we have here, because we're going to be displaying these elements when the user clicks on the menu bars. So let's do nav underscore menu be equal to document dot query selector. So dot query selector and then dot nav dash bars. So we wanted to get the should it be bars? Should it be menu bars? I doubt if it should be menu bar. Let's go back to the index.html file. I think it should be nav menu instead. Main menu instead, sorry. So this should be main menu. Let's go back here and then change these to main dash menu. So this should help us get our main menu. And I'm going to log it to console. So let's log main menu. So let's change these to main. So it's very descriptive. So main and then log main menu to console. So this is main menu in console here. So you can see that we are getting exactly what we expected. Now the next thing I'm going to do here is write a couple of code that should help us display the main menu. So you can see that we have main menu on the screen. So if I do, let's test something. So main menu dot style. So with JavaScript we can alter the styles we put in CSS. So main menu dot style dot display. So I want to change the display to block. Let's see if it works. Oh, block is supposed to be in quotes. So yeah, so you can see that we have our main menu displaying properly on the screen. But this is not how we want it to display. So we want it to display differently instead of what we have here now on the screen. So we can go back to, this is just for tests for now. The line of code is just to test, make sure that everything works fine. So let's come back to our style, the CSS, and then alter the look of the main menu entirely. So we don't want it to display this way. Alright, so how do we alter this style? So let's right click on this, open this full, right click on it, and then see what's happening here. So why do we have everything in line? We wrote the styles initially, so we need to know why we have it in line. So let's come down here to UL tag. So you can see that this line of code is making it go in line. So if I uncheck this line, you can see that it goes now like a regular list. So that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to alter that style entirely. So let's go back to our editor and then alter the style. So I'm going to do it here. So let's just do the dot nav dash should it be bars? No, I doubt it should be. What should it be? what should it be? Let's go back to code and see what should it be. This should be nav menu. So that nav menu, I want you to display block on a mobile screen size. I want to display block, and I think it doesn't work. So maybe let's use the important keyword so we can override whatever's type. So I'm using the important keyword here and it overrides whatever's type that we had initially. And I don't want you to display at the right hand side of the screen. Instead, I want you to display at the left hand side of the screen. So I'm going to do text align left. So I want you to go to the left hand side of the screen. And now we have our menu looking very okay. So now the next thing I'm going to do is make a couple of changes, like maybe I might want to increase the spaces we have between each of the menu items, and we know what they are. So we know what they are. So let's right click on, I'm going to open this tool, and then I think we already have everything here. So I'm going to click on this and let's see what we need to do here. So maybe I need to, let's click on these and click on these. So you can see our menu links here. We have a lot of these. So we have a lot of these for the menu links, and I don't want all of the spaces we have here. So I'm going to select the menu link and then remove all of the spaces we are having there. So let's come down here to the screen, and then when we do .nav dash link, I'm going to be removing the padding. You can see here, I'm going to remove this padding completely. So let's do padding. I don't want you to padding 0. So that should help us fix the problem we have there. So if it doesn't fix the problem, then we need to use the important keyword here again. So I don't know why it doesn't. So let's try the important keyword, and it works. So the next thing I'm going to do here is maybe increase the spaces we have between each of the menu items. So I'm going to do .nav. So this is not, these are items. So .nav items, .nav item, and then I want to increase the padding myself. So I want you to have maybe 10 pixel padding at the top and bottom. So you can see, if I bring this down a little, you can see that we have, I think this is nice. So I'm just going to leave it this way, or at least 0 for top and bottom. And so I'm just going to leave it this way, maybe 0 here. Right and left, we don't want the space, and then top and bottom, we do want the space. So I'm going to leave it just like this, and everything should be fine. And the next thing I'm going to do is go back to my mobile.javascript, where I put this line of code, and then create the conditional statement that should help us solve the problem so we are having here. So I'm going to create the conditional statement here that's going to check if the display, so we can have our program know when to display the mobile menu, or when not to display the mobile menu or no. So what I'm going to do here is not create a conditional statement. That's one. So what I want to do is add on quick events to the mobile menu here. So I'm going to do a mobile menu that add event listener. So what event listener do we want to add? We want to add a quick event listener. So this should be quick. This should be quick, and then when the user clicks on that particular mobile menu, when the user clicks on the mobile menu, we will want to call a function. And so the function keyword, we don't want this. This function doesn't need. I think I should indent this. I'm just going to indent this so you can see everything clearly on my screen. So I'm going to indent this. So I want you to see everything clearly. So our function doesn't need a name, and this should be event. So I'm just going to change that to event. Doesn't matter if you remove the parameters or not. It doesn't matter. So here I'm going to paste the I'm gonna paste this line of code we addressed earlier. Yeah, so the main menu dot style dot display before block. So let's try clicking on it and then see if it works fine. So I'm gonna click, and now it works fine. Let's click again. So this is not what I want. I want when I click on this, the bars, it displays the menu, and when I click on the bars again, it hides the menu. So this is where I need a conditional statement. So I'm going to cut this out of the screen and then create a condition here. So I'm going to check if the mobile menu. So I'm just going to paste this here and then do the changes. So if the mobile menu the style display is not equal to block. So I'm going to check if it's not equal to block. If it's not equal to block, then I'm going to set it to block. Or else I'm going to set it to none. So just pasting that and then changing the value to none because I'm just too lazy to write everything myself. So here now, this should solve our problem. So if I click on this, it displays work. If I click, it displays none. If I click, it displays. If I click, it doesn't. So here we have a very simple menu here on the screen. So thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and I hope you will safe. So always stay indoor, clean your hands, don't touch your face if you touch anything, don't touch your eyes, don't touch your mouth. Stay safe. Thank you for watching this video.